Our final guests are director Kim Martin and actor Philip Winters. Kim recently directed Barebones' production of Killer Joe, and she is the production manager at Pittsburgh Playhouse. Philip was recently seen in Quantum's When the Rain Stops Falling, and he is a theater professor at Point Park University. In 2009, they collaborated on Mojo. The Post-Gazette said, Mojo gets a crackling good production at the hands of the Playhouse rep, showcasing a skilled acting quintet directed with pace by Kim Martin, and Philip Winters plays his role with a canny mix of supposed thickness and wary stolidity. This February, Kim will be directing Philip in Martin McDonagh's The Lonesome West at the Rep. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Tell us a little bit about The Lonesome West.
Well, it's a play that has appealed to me for a while. It's a trilogy. And it's the last of a trilogy about two Irish brothers. It is profane and hopefully very, very funny.
Yes, yes. The Lonesome West is a very masculine play. How is it directing it as a woman?
Well, those types of plays do appeal to me. The shoot 'em up kind of the masculine plays, Glengarry Glen Ross, Killer Joe, Mojo. Yes. They do appeal to me, much to the chagrin of some of my female friends that are constantly like, "Why don't you direct women's plays?" But I really do like them. They do appeal to me, and I do think they have a universality that is appealing to audiences too.
Great.
I don't know that it's as masculine as you think it is on first read as well. You know, one of the characters in the play, Father Welsh, comments that the brothers are like an old married couple, that they've been together so long, and all they do is fight. And it's not just verbal fights with them; it's physical as well. But there is a certain kind of give and take that's not all masculine. There's kind of another side to some of these characters that you do get to see too.
Great, and I'm sure then you can really bring that out as having that other perspective.
Well, the other thing is too that it is so violent in a way and so masculine in a way that you do look for those parts where you can soften it up, where you can really see the different sides of those characters.
McDonough's, I'm really sorry for interrupting. McDonough's really smart too, in that the one woman character in the play is very masculine.
Yes.
You know, she's very, very tough and very guarded and hides her femininity as much as she can. And yet there are these masculine types, these kind of brooding, fighting, brawling types that have real feminine sides too about certain things. So I think he's very clever.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about the character you're playing, Coleman?
He likes to fight. And he says a number of times, "I like a good fight. It shows that you care," he says. So I think I think he does care about his brother, but I don't think he can help himself. Kim says he's an instigator, which I kind of identify with a little bit. He likes to get people into things and then step back and kind of watch what goes on. So in a sense, he's very childlike, and he's very much a goofball. He's just a goofball who's not afraid to hit you over the head with something too.
Or kill someone.
Or kill someone, if need be.
And that brings up a good point. How did you handle all of the fighting? I know you have a fight choreographer.
We do. Fight director Randy Kovitz, and he does all the fights for us. And it's really interesting because usually fights have to be so physical and so real, and these are too, but they also have to be funny because they're brothers, they've been fighting for each other, and so whereas, for instance, the Killer Joe fight was kind of slick and cool, this is kind of awkward and stumbly, and so it is a different type, and they do great.
We get a lot of slap fighting in.
Girly
girls.
Yeah, that you've been fighting with your brother forever, and it's just a get out of my face kind of thing. We do a lot of that.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking of relationships, some people might know that you're married to each other.
Yes.
What is it like directing your husband? And on the flip side, what is it like taking direction from your wife?
Well, we've been doing this a long time, theater, and we've been doing this a long time. So we know each other really well. We know how to get things out of one another. We know how to push the right buttons, so to speak. And you know, it's great. I know him so well that I know how he'll react to certain things, which is really great. On the flip side of that, you know, sometimes I think that, you know, he is more open with me, or more challenging with me than he would be critical than he would be with certain directors. So, but that's a challenge to me in and of itself too, because he'll call me out on stuff. He has no problem saying, no, that's wrong, no. And then we fight in front of other actors, which I'm sure makes them feel so comfortable.
Until the room gets really, really uncomfortable.
But I'm sure something even better comes out of it, because
it does.
You can really...
It does.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
My problem is that this is terrible for an actor, but I don't like being told what to do. I just don't like it by anybody. I like it even less by Kim, just because of the nature of the relationship. You know, I mean, you want to have a give and take. You don't like someone just saying, try this or do that. I want to think of things on my own and do my own thing. So I have to remind myself, and I'm not always great about it, I have to say, to put aside the fact that this is someone that I've known and you know, that I live with and who I've been married to for 20 years, and say, okay, well, this is a director-actor relationship, and I have to be more willing to be, I don't know, less rigid about what I'm willing to do and not do. So it works. Somehow it works. We end up always having a good time.
Yeah, we do. We do. It's hardly ever tense, I would say.
No.
Hardly ever.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
and
you.
best of luck working together on this great play.
Thanks so much.
The Rep, Point Park University's professional theater company, presents The Lonesome West, running February 10th through 27th at the Pittsburgh Playhouse. For tickets, call 412-392-8000 or visit them on the web at pittsburghplayhouse.com. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kristen.